It's the Soapbox on July 8th, 2022. It's Friday night. We just finished talking about uh, several things on Den Excelsior, the Mostly Marvel podcast, which you can find at 8 p.m. on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter live every Friday, where we talk about the latest in superhero news and mostly Marvel stuff. That's why it's called the Mostly Marvel podcast. But yeah, for this week's episode, we talked about episode 5 of Miss Marvel, episode 8 of season 3's The Boys, and we talked about Thor: Love and Thunder with our guest, Sea Cow Soda, aka my wife Lindsay. She'll probably be joining us for a little while tonight. She wants to try doing some live drawing for us. So yeah, if I hope people are here to check that out. But if not, then you're probably watching us pre-recorded, because while this is a patron exclusive experience where we let our patrons come and chat with us on the Friday nights, we turn that around and give it to the public a few days later or the following week. So yeah, if you're happening to catch us now, or like after the fact, try checking us out on our other show on 8 o'clock Friday nights. And Ricky is here. He just showed up.
Hello.
What's up?
Not much. Another Friday night for us. It's been kind of a crazy week. I think last week I had my finals, and then jump into another new class this week with more homework. So that's what I'm kind of.
So it's summer session, is what you're doing?
Yeah, I do split courses during the summer, or actually during all semester. So
yeah, 5 weeks, something like that.
6 and 6, but yeah.
Gotcha.
It's hard. It's tiring, but I like the routine. I always say, like, once I'm done with this one, I kind of just want to keep going because I know if I stop, I will not go back and go do it. So I just want to get it all done right now.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
That's cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lindsay and I were talking today about the next steps for because I did that art show a few weeks ago, and I put together a portfolio that people could thumb through and look at it, and had it printed at Kiko's. It was pretty cool. But I was thinking about it, how I've been saying that wasn't my audience, right? And then we got to thinking that maybe the Comic-Con audience might be the place to actually go.
Slinging prints at Comic-Con?
So I might be taking them not to sell, but I might be taking them to distribute to people.
That chair has a lot of storage on it.
Show off.
A lot of prints right there.
Yeah. So welcome, Lindsay.
Thanks.
Thanks for showing up.
Most of your pottery, Lindsay. I'm really digging it. Like I'm.
My pottery?
Yeah, I'm digging your pottery stuff.
Oh, thanks. I love the pots.
The cat one for sure, but just
the cassowary is the best one.
Oh, the cassowary? Yeah.
The pots are kind of my jam.
Lindsay, nice. Are you ready to share a screen so that we can?
Yeah, I can show some of my shit too. I don't have to just jump into the drawing.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I just didn't want to keep you super late, so I figure we can chat while you're drawing. But if
we will. But here, let me. I want to find the cassowary and show it.
Oh God, if you drop that on the show, that would be hilarious and sad at the same time.
Content.
No, I'm not gonna bring it in. Just Can you see that?
Yeah.
I see what you're doing here.
And then I'm looking for my cassowary photo now too, which maybe I don't have it here.
Look at that glaze.
I know. Look at that boobiness. Delicious. I can't find my cassowary photo. Oh, here it is. Huh? No, it wasn't. I actually had a lot of shading underneath the glaze that didn't come out.
Wait,
you wanted? He's big. He's a big boy. He's
that looks like Yondu.
He does kind of look like Yondu. Maybe Yondu is based on a cassowary.
Have you ever seen a cassowary in person, Ricky?
Dude, they're cool.
Is that a real animal?
Yeah, it's a real ass
animal.
At
the San Diego Zoo.
Yeah,
I probably have.
They basically look like a freaking.
He's big.
They look like a freaking dinosaur. They really do.
I'm a big fan of the secretary bird. If you ever look at one, those things are gorgeous.
It's bigger than a secretary bird.
Really?
Yeah. This
Cassowaries
is
are
one
like
of
ostrich big. They're big.
this is one of my cups that I'm gonna have for auction at the
your cup?
art auction for the Artists in Solidarity. So that will be in that auction. Yeah, and I can stop showing my shit off now.
No,
I
do it.
I can.
This show.
I wanted
is
to show my
do
shoes too,
whatever.
but now I can't freaking find them.
Oh, you can't
Oh,
find
here
the
they are.
shoes?
Here they are.
She's
Here
got
they
it.
are.
She's got it.
Here are the shoes I did.
I'm pretty impressed with how fast we got through all that content, by the way, guys. That was pretty good.
It's getting better. Oh wow, those are great.
You can purchase them. Here's the toes.
So these are done with like a paint marker?
Yes, paint marker and also just regular acrylic paint. So there's acrylic paint underneath because the shoes are black. So all the black detailing
like a
and
base.
yeah, so all the black detailing you see is actually the canvas. It's not me going in and adding lines.
Really
it's
cool.
the canvas showing through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so I really wanted to do the shoes with these cute little characters that kind of remind you to, when you're feeling sad, to just kind of like feel those emotions, but then like let it turn into something beautiful and fun.
Is this put on by Vans directly or just the Vans store?
Vans, the Vans store in Mission Valley, I believe, donated over 100 pairs to Outreach, which is the organization that I did this for. So Vans is involved.
That's cool.
But yeah, those are my shoes.
And
there's some really cool ones. If you check out Outreach SD on Instagram, they posted a couple of them on there.
The craziest part about that is like when Lindsay was showing me, like she already had like 2 designs ready to go for when she got the shoes. And when she picked them up, she was really bummed because the shoes were different than what
I had designed. Yeah,
she thought they were going to be the slip-ons, but they ended up being the laces.
Oh yeah, you're on Twitter right now.
What? Yeah, I am. Hooray!
So I've known you for. Can I say most of my life? Is that how long I've known you?
Most of your life? No.
Are we at a majority of my life?
We met.
We had our 12-month anniversary last Friday.
Okay, so
sorry, I meant 12 years.
I meant 12 years. Of my life.
12 years.
You can see our kitchen. I don't want that.
12 years. That's
a third. Less than half, but more than a third.
Wait, you can see our kitchen? What are you talking about?
Oh, because I was trying to move the camera so you could still see me while I'm drawing.
Well, I was getting at like how does I feel like your art journey has been something that's been going for a while, but like what point do you make the switch to like start getting these opportunities? Like how does that come to play?
Yeah, no, that's an interesting question. So I just like spent a lot of my time. I was really into art in high school, and so I used to just spend a lot of time drawing. But then when I entered college, that's when I kind of discovered like UX design, and so for almost like 10-15 years, I was just so focused on UX design. I barely did any art, just every now and then for fun. And then about 3 years ago, I was like, why am I not doing these creative things that like were so important to me when I was younger? And I think the pandemic kind of brought me to that awareness that like, why am I suppressing that part of myself? So I started just doing a lot more art. And I started an Instagram account, and I was just like, I'm going to put anything I make on there, even if it sucks. And maybe that will make me not so precious about what I'm putting up there. And then just like over time, I've been trying to find different places of community within the art world. So I started working at Revision San Diego, which is this really cool studio for artists with developmental disabilities. And I've been volunteering there for like 8 months or something like that. And they eventually hired me on, which was really amazing. But I've gotten a lot of opportunities through that. I think it's really just about creating that visibility and then kind of building relationships. And I still feel like I need to go a lot farther and like get a lot more stuff going, but it's starting to move, which is exciting and encouraging.
Yeah, no, I feel like it's all moving very quickly from what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
She feels
I've been
like it's
taking
going
a
a lot
lot of
slower
classes too. Like
Mhm.
I took a couple ceramics classes, and then I started taking some community college classes in drawing and ceramics. And that's been pretty interesting too, because you meet artists that way.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's funny because I constantly try to have to encourage to like, she sees the process as going slow, but you and I see it as fast from from our point of view,
Mhm.
because she's in it, right? Like, so she
Mhm.
does see, but like she that Instagram that we were talking, that you were saying that those shoes are already on Instagram, posted by not her but the actual Art Reach program. They're the I think those are one of the first shoes that they've put up already, and they have like thousands of followers, right? So
Yeah.
Mhm.
it's really cool. Like, and I was telling her, I
Yeah,
was
I
like,
feel really grateful that they put my stuff up. Like,
yeah,
I
I
just
was
feel
like,
really happy.
yeah, you need to look at these moments as the steps, the stepping stones to one day you're just going to be a super successful artist, and you're going to be able to look
Yeah.
back on this
And
moment
then
and
you'll
be
be
like,
able to tweet about the show, and we can ride off those coattails.
yeah. What was really cool is like, we went to a birthday party on the 4th for one of her coworkers at Revision, and I got to run into artists that I previously ran into at the art show, and they were like, "Oh, you're the guy that did the toy photography," and so they started following me on Instagram and looking at my pictures some more, and
Mhm.
then next thing I know, like when I post stuff, because I've actually been posting stuff all week, to try and get myself more motivated. I've been posting toy photography in addition to the HasLab stuff that I've been tracking for fun. And it's so weird to see these people that like don't normally know the world of toy photography, but these like established artists that are now liking my posts and possibly sharing them or telling people about them. So it's it's really weird to like that Lindsay's creating this community that like I'm gonna leech off of for sure.
Well, I'm not creating it, but
No, you're fine. You're finding this community. Sorry, but
finding, yeah.
you're creating your own community, Lindsay.
Yeah.
You're creating. It's the people you choose to interact with.
Yeah.
That's your community. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your
I think
point.
kind of the cool thing too is like just, inspiration comes from so many places. And then like artists are just very interested in things that are different is what I found, or like unique, or they feel inspire them. So even if you feel like they're not your people necessarily, maybe they are, just because they're really curious about what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. And artists are they're really into seeing something that is totally different from what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like
No, yeah.
I mean, I love seeing that. Like, I feel very
When
inspired by that.
when I was in the photo game, I would always love to see what my friends in the space were doing. It's like, oh wait, how'd you make the camera do that? What Photoshop thing did you do to make that happen? And it was
Yeah.
always
Did you ever do light
those
painting?
days.
Did you ever do light painting?
Yeah, I tried it a few times. I could always capture it pretty well, but I could never do like the actual painting well. Like that's
Yeah. It's hard. We did it with a Ghost Rider picture one time. Like
Mhm.
it's people, you can't. It's hard to tell, but it's a light painted picture of Ghost Rider, and I was really happy with it. But I that's what I was doing with the photography stuff for a while. Is I was just trying to like, what could I learn this week? And so every week I was trying a different technique or something. Like that.
To Lindsay's point, I remember that was like the best piece of advice I got early on was put your photos or whatever you're working on around you constantly. Like you want to see what you're working on, see what you've done, and
yeah.
I do like that I was able to post a lot of that stuff to Facebook. So once every couple weeks, I get like a notification of what I uploaded from like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, that's a pretty good photo. I don't remember not liking that one when I did it, but I'm happy with it now.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to make myself do this, because I know it's been a while since I've been doing that stuff, and so I'm trying to post stuff that I took. I have hundreds and hundreds of pictures that I've just never put up. You know what I mean? And so I'm trying to put them there so that my feed is way more of all the things I've created
Mhm.
to force me to be like, yeah, I'm pretty good at this, so
So we're rounding out. What Comic Con is this for you?
I
This
think
one.
I
think it's my 11th or
think
12th.
So that's pretty good.
I think it's 20 or 21. I think it might be 21. So I started going to Comic Con in 1998 or 9. Hold on a second. 97 I spent there. 98 I spent at home. 99. Yeah, 99. 99 was my first one.
Okay.
So I guess technically this is 21 because I mean we can't really count the other ones, right? Like
yeah, we
I
missed
think
one,
I
and then
remember
another
that.
one.
I think I remember being happy about like when I found out about COVID. I was like, well, at least it didn't interrupt my 20th, you know what I mean? Because I
It
got
freed up that summer for me for sure, because definitely for a minute Comic Con was it for my thing during the summer.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, 2021 is gonna be for me this time. I'm excited, but I'm really, really, really excited that like I don't feel tethered to anything specifically. Like that's why I feel like this might be a cool one for me to go and take my art and go and share it with people that might be interested in it or might like maybe hand some of it to Hasbro and say like, hey, if you want,
Have
if you
they
want it,
announced the Legends panel this year?
they did. They announced it yesterday, actually. That is going to be on Friday as well at 12:30. So when you said that animation panel is happening on Friday, that's awkward because I was telling Lindsay, pretty much Marvel Legends is the only commercial panel I will always go to. It's because it's like that's my thing.
As expected. That one you have to wait to get into, or is that you can usually squeeze it in?
Nah, it's pretty easy to get into
It's
that
easy.
one. Last in 2019, actually, Lindsay we were trying to save spaces for Hall H, and so Lindsay actually stayed in line while I went and did the panel for the hour. Yeah,
I've been to the Lego panel the past few years, and I think that's where I get my toy fix of like seeing all the new sets and all the cool stuff. It's definitely more kids, for sure, but
yeah.
It's still nice to be around like Lego people for sure.
Yeah, back in the day, I used to go to all kinds of panels. Like I'd go to the comic book panels, I'd go to the McFarlane Toys panels. Like I just go to anything that I knew.
They have a composer panel this year.
That's cool, man.
With Ludwig, was it Giacho?
Goranson?
Yeah.
Oh wow, Giacchino, Michael Giacchino.
Yeah, Giacchino's.
He's not even just the Doctor Strange guy. He did the music for Thor.
He's directing the.
Werewolf
he's
by
the
Night.
Director. Yeah, Werewolf by Night.
I know.
There's a few other, but those two people on one panel would be kind of interesting to see.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. See, I'm down more for that kind of stuff. Like that was what D23 was for us, for Lindsay and I. Like last time we went, was learning that like, man, there's all these really cool panels that you can go to that aren't trying to sell you anything. It's just like we went to that the celebration of voice actors, and we just got to see voice actors just on stage just doing their different voices for fun, like all the stuff they've done through history.
Oh, I'm still down for the spectacle of Hall H. I will still giddy with when the Warner Brothers unveils the curtains and makes a widescreen. But I will say the best Hall H panel I've probably ever been to was the one with Peter Jackson and Steven Spielberg just talking about their careers and just the way they play off each other and the way they inspired each other for the stuff that they're working on. Was kind of just neat to see him chat, two very respected directors in their craft in cinema, not even like Comic-Con related. I guess they do have a lot of Comic-Con Central movies, but it was just nice to see them just talk about their life and their process.
What I was telling Lindsay today, which I think is one of the coolest things about Comic-Con, is it is what you make out of it. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
it can be, if you want to go there just for commercials for 5 days, you can do that for 5 days. You can just get commercials blasted in front of your face. If you want to go there for enrichment because you want to learn things, you want to like figure out how to break into the industry or learn how to like hone your craft or whatever, you can do that too. You can do that for 5 days straight. If you want to go just to like look at nerdy stuff for 5 days, you can do that. You know, like there's, or if you want to go to like see if you can get a job, you know what I mean? Like there's no limit to like what the potential is of that convention. And that's my favorite thing about it is just like
Mhm.
so like I try to make every Comic Con a unique one, like something we like. Lindsay and I try to like come up with different things that we want to do every year, while still maintaining certain things that we want to do. You know, so like I think that's fun. I think that's cool. What's your favorite thing about Comic Con, Lindsay? I was trying to give you time to not talk so that you could focus on your
Yeah,
drawing. By the
no, I
way,
appreciate that.
like
I'm
I
trying to
figured,
remember like what brush I have been using for the coloring lately
it's
because I actually haven't done digital art in a really long time, so I'm like remembering everything. But I think my favorite part about Comic Con is just kind of that opportunity to be in that creative space, kind of like look at what other people are doing. I always like learn about new artists that I didn't really expect or like know anything about. I also really just like love looking at the pop-ups for some reason. I don't know why, but
yeah.
Oh, those are
there's
really cool.
something about it, like
Lindsay
The
just
learned
being
D&D
able to
tavern.
do something that you normally wouldn't get to do.
Lindsay learned on Monday that one of the artists that she really fell in love with at Comic Con like last time we were there and bought like she has some of her art hanging here in the house, happens to be good friends with her boss. Like
Yeah,
it's such a
which was
weird,
cool. Harmony Gong, she's amazing. I love her.
That's pretty
yeah,
cool.
She does like really cool, like pretty, almost kind of girly art, but really, really good stuff. Very
yeah.
precise.
By the way, as somebody who lives with Lindsay, the reason I was trying to talk so much while she was doing this is because I know that it's impossible to carry on a conversation with her when she's doing her art because
I get really focused.
she gets in the zone. And so I was trying to cover for you by just talking and having lots of
To
noise.
Thanks.
that note, kind of slightly related. I won't say who or what, but I got to like talk to a president of a video game studio who I know, and like when the name came up, I saw it and I was like, "Oh, you're that person." And then kind of like while I'm on the phone with them, looking up like their header and footer, I'm like, "Oh wow, you are really that person." It was like an order for work that they wanted to place,
Nice.
and I was like, I was just kind of taken back in the moment of like, this is kind of weird that I'm talking to you right now about work, and I
Yeah.
know who you are, and I appreciate your work, and I appreciate what you do.
Well, that's the retail or service industry in general, right? Is
Yeah.
you're always, everybody has a need for certain things, no matter what level on the totem pole they are.
Mhm.
So you're always gonna run into that. You see a lot more of that in like the food industry too, right? Like this
Mhm.
food meets everybody, right? Because you can't help it. Like, but you know, it's part of life. By the way, Ricky, you guys really should watch The Bear.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, I'll add it
super
on the
good.
list.
Yeah,
If
it's
you
good.
if you've never seen Shameless, it's good.
I think Selena watched Shameless.
Yeah. Did you ever see that? Did you ever see the James Franco horror movie that he directed like a year or two ago called The Rental?
No,
That's on Amazon.
I thought we canceled James Franco.
Sorry,
Did
I
we?
meant Dave.
Okay.
Dave Franco. It's Dave Franco's first directed movie, and it has his wife Allison Brie in it.
Mhm.
It also has Dan Stevens, and
Love Dan Stevens.
and it has this guy that's from The Bear. But you should check out that movie. It's kind of a Frank like I got Frank to watch it because Frank and I share. Whenever we find horror stuff, we make each other watch it, like just so that we can talk about it. And it was funny because I got Frank to watch The Rental, and he sounded like he was angry about it, but then I kept saying all these cool like tropes that they turn on their head for horror slasher movies, and he kept saying how much he liked all those things. And so I was like, I don't know, man, it kind of feels like you really like this movie. So like but Frank gonna Frank. So
what's the next movie for you guys that's gonna get you in the theaters?
Oh, I don't know. After Thor,
yeah,
I don't even
that's
know what's
rough.
coming up.
Like maybe Black Adam, but I don't know how how much I need to, especially if Black Adam's going to be on HBO Max 45 days later. You know what I mean? Like if I hear good things
You're not
about Black Adam,
DC Super Pets.
I know we joked about that. It's on our schedule, honestly.
Oh wait, is it?
It's on our schedule, but I don't know that I need to do
We're gonna
that.
go see Nope.
I do kind of want to see Nope. I do kind of want to see
know what
Nope.
the Alamo Draft House is, right? You familiar with
Yeah.
it?
Yes.
They do
one of my lights just fell, Lindsay.
Oh no. Oh well, I told you one was like broken, remember?
Yeah,
it like fell off.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, go ahead, Ricky.
They do like these like event screenings for certain movies. Like one in Austin for The Dark Knight Rises, they bust everybody to one of the caves out there. So when all the bats came out, you got to see all the bats come out, and then they bust you back to the theater to watch the movie, and there's like food and drinks. So for Nope, they're doing something similar up here at a horse ranch. So we're gonna go watch the movie on a horse ranch with horses and
smell all the poop.
And smell all the poop, eat all the barbecue, and
that's funny.
Yeah, you get a free chair too. So
that's cool.
I'm down for my immersive Nope experience.
I do like supporting Jordan Peele. Like everything he's doing right now is just so good. Like, did you ever see Candyman?
I did not watch Candyman.
It's pretty damn good, man. I watched it a few weeks ago.
Is it kind of like a weird sequel, or is it?
It's a full-on sequel, but it's also one of those kind of
reboots, sequel,
reboots. It doesn't actually reboot. It just continue. It's like one of those passing the torch kind of stories.
Like he becomes the Candy. Yeah,
you get a new Candyman, but you still get the old Candyman, which was a kind of a fun surprise for me. I didn't know that he was actually going to be in it, and so.
Let's see, we got Nope is Comic-Con week.
Yeah.
What else is up here? Super Pets, Bullet Train.
Yeah, there's not a lot, man.
Not a lot.
Not a lot to get.
Yeah, I cannot think of a single thing.
Yeah, Black Adam's October.
That's why I said I was really excited about Thor, because like it was the movie I've been wanting to see all year, the most. And I'm really happy that I got to see it in theaters. And but I was really
I forgot they pushed Aquaman till next year.
Yeah, I was really like missing those subtitles, man. So I'm pretty excited to watch it again in 45 days. There's a lot of laughter, and the laughter was making it hard to sometimes hear.
Really, I have a pretty quiet theater. I was surprised at my 3 o'clock.
Super loud.
What time do you guys go?
3:30 in the afternoon.
Oh, you got to go at 3. 3 is serious.
Why? I like the laughter. I'm not. I'm not mad at the laughter.
Rowdy.
No,
there was one gentle minion in my lobby.
There was only about 20. I counted 21 other seats sold when we.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so it was not a very full theater, and that made me feel good. But they definitely were having fun with the movie for sure. So,
which is fine for me, but
yeah. I want to watch it again with the subtitles, because I want to know what the hell the name of Korg's god is. I could Niani or something like that.
Yeah, I do miss the subtitles when we don't have them. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
I need them.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Ricky, Fortnite just tanked on us last night with
that was weird.
Clark and I were texting each other because we both had problems. Yeah.
I feel like when something goes down like that, like it's not the first time that we've been playing where something went down, the instant reaction is always like the game crashed. I'm like, that seems really weird. Like, why is it crashing at 9 p.m. on a Thursday, like a non-holiday? And yeah, there was a full-on on their Twitter, like the game was down for like a
Yeah,
minute.
the
it really
reason,
was.
the reason I brought that up, Ricky, is because like Dennis and I spent so many years in quality assurance for online games.
To
like,
say that,
we kind of know what the signs are.
To that point, when you guys say it, I do believe it for sure.
Yeah, but it got scary when I got
It was.
on with
I
you
think it
for
was whatever the login server was
Yeah.
pooping.
when I got on with you for like a minute and I was level 1.
Yeah, no, I hopped back on and the same thing happened.
Oh yeah, that was shitty. And it was really funny today because today it was giving me the new tutorial pop-ups all over again. Like I don't know if you saw, but they did patch it last night, I think, so that there's a new they have a new system for how you select your zero build or battle royale game. They're all under one umbrella, each of them. So like you choose zero build or battle royale, and then from the menu, then you hit up and you choose how many players. That's like, so there's no longer zero build solo, zero build duo, zero build, those are not separate things anymore. They're all one thing now. So they did do a patch. They were fucking around with stuff yesterday, or in the middle of the night.
I'm looking on their Twitter right now, and they have pictures of Captain America using Mjolnir, the skin.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's a good idea.
I gotta buy that one now.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna buy it in a few days. I don't quite have enough, but I will have enough in a few days. And those things usually last for at least a week.
Yeah, they're gonna keep it up there.
Cap's been up since Sunday. I think he's been there since Sunday. He'll be there for another few days for sure. So yeah, I'm at like 2,000, and I just need I need to play a few more games of whatchamacallit, Save the World. Did you get the crew this month?
Yeah, I just have it auto enabled. So I have the chick.
So now, you didn't just get the chick, right? You got Save the World.
You got a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
That's cool that they put Save the World in there. They increased the value offering. Yeah, I know. I know it is about time, but I'm just saying, like,
I still regret not buying a physical copy of that game when it came out. Those sell for money, dude.
Yeah.
I gotta say, like that's how they were skirting around. By having it, Fortnite being this weird quasi like pre-release state, they were able to get around, I think, some like Chinese game stuff. Like I'm told, I could be butchering it completely, but there was a bigger reason why it was like in a unreleased state, because the saves or the battle royale was a beta for like,
you don't have to ESRB it as long as it's in beta. It doesn't. It's not required to have I think an official ESRB rating. I think that's why. Wow, Lindsay, this is
looking pretty good.
Yeah, this is crazy. But like, is Korg's head gonna be on the back of her head?
Oh, that'd be cool. Shit, how do I do that?
I gotta say, honestly, like having the Marvel Legends of that Korg, and then he like gets destroyed like only 5 minutes later. It felt like everybody who bought the HasLab Razor Crest. Like,
no, he came back. He's a full body now.
Only at the very end.
Well, like, what about the Guardians? You got 10 minutes of those, and you bought a whole new Guardian set, right?
No, just Star-Lord and Groot. It was just those two. But it's Groot with a gun now. He's got a gun. It's Groot with a gun. But Star-Lord actually did look different, though. He had a different.
Yeah, he had a different look.
I'm
ready for adult Groot. I hope I can do a teen Groot in the holiday special. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
But come Guardians 3, give me Big Groot again.
I love. By the way, one of the funnest little details of that movie is when he planted Stormbreaker in the dirt.
And the roots.
And they had the roots, and I was like, oh yeah, it's Groot. It's a Groot. It's a partial Groot. That's so cool.
Yeah, I like seeing Groot again as like the teenager.
That's even more reason to like believe it's sentient. There's a Groot in that thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but he's not like in the hammer.
Yeah, he is.
He's
Like,
in there.
He holds
Do
it
you
together.
remember how Rocket made a new Groot? He went and found a random twig and put it in dirt.
That's Or your aunt does that all the time.
That's propagation.
I'm just saying, like, that's a Groot. It's a Groot.
He totally could have been saving a species then if he doesn't care.
No, he doesn't care. Rocket only wants to take care of one Groot. But it was nice to like check in with the Guardians because it's been a damn while, for sure. Mm-hmm. But like, I feel like they mostly just stood around, you know.
Yeah.
It felt silly, like that they were the part I was most eager to get off the screen. I was like, can you guys go now?
Well, because like if you kept them around, like then you have like, oh, she has cancer. That's what my mom had. Like, you know, like I don't know if I wanted that. You know, I'm happy with their presence in that film.
I did feel a little bit weird about like that scene looks so similar to the Star-Lord scene. I was just like, whoa, okay. With her mom.
Oh, oh yeah. With Jane's mom. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It did, but you know, the reality is lots of people's moms die of cancer.
Yeah.
It's just the thing. I gotta say, I was telling Lindsay, I don't, knowing that Thor can just kind of conjure whatever suits he wants. Like, did you not think that his winter suit looked way cooler than the one he wore through the rest of the movie?
Oh, the neon blue thing or whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
The blue and gold thing. That thing was ugly, man. But that suit he wore with the fur on the cape.
No, his Guardian suit was pretty dope.
I mean, his Guardian suit is dope also. Yes, for sure. I'm not knocking that. But he didn't conjure that one with the hammer.
It wasn't his choice.
The black suit that it's actually from the Olivier
with the fur.
Copiel comics with written by J. Michael Straczynski. It's like when he returned, it's like just the black Thor suit. Yeah. That was such a cool suit, and I was so bummed that he didn't keep wearing that one because they wanted to sell us some new weird hot garbage.
Hey man, you bought it, so don't.
I know, but that's because he had a piece of freaking cord. Like, that's how they do it.
No.
That's how they do it. That's why I get so weirded out by like the retro waves that they do, like where they just give you new variants of costumes that you really want, but they don't give you a Build-A-Figure and they still charge you the same amount. Like, I feel like I get so weirded out whenever I buy a figure that doesn't have a Build-A-Figure part in it, because it's like that's the value. That's the value offering, man.
You know what I bought this weekend? I had to go to a Dollar Tree to pick up some like stuff for like cooking for the 4th or whatever. And I remember Nas talking about the Adventure Force or whatever, the Dollar Tree line of toys.
Yeah.
And I went to the toy section in Dollar Tree because I had to while I was there. And they had a full set. Like, they sell it. You buy just the figure for $1, and then you can buy the weapons pack for another $1, and you can buy, like, the mech suit. And I bought them all. And it's kind of cool. I kind of dig it. Like, it's just these super cheap little toys, but they all plug in together, and you can make your dude like a little mech. And I don't know. I just remember that stuck with me that Nas said that in our show like months ago. And it's like, I kind of get it. He had mentioned during that show that it was nice that a kid can go buy this toy and have like a set.
Yeah.
I totally got that feeling with that purchase.
I've been texting him every now and then just to see, to gauge his temperature on the HasLab, his thing.
So he said he's not like that into it though, right?
No, he's getting at least one for sure. He is. By the way, I've been getting these from Amazon lately. It's the X-Men wave with that guy with the tank treads for legs.
Oh, the Reaver?
Yeah, the Reaver. The only weird part is, so this is, remember when they raised the prices again,
Mm-hmm.
and then I started cheating on Amazon or on Hasbro because I was like, well, if you're gonna raise the prices, and then, but then like some stores aren't, I'm gonna go start buying them from those other places. So I bought these from Amazon, and here's the awkward part: Amazon delivered one figure to me last week, and then they just delivered 2 more today or yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think another 2 are coming on Tuesday. And then the last 2 are scheduled to come on November 1st.
Ooh.
And I'm like, how's that go? Like, so I'm gonna have a Build-A-Figure that I can't finish.
That's how my well, not the Build-A-Figure part, but like I bought the Mandalorian Darksaber when it got announced, like
Yeah.
at the end of the first season, and it's like, oh, it'll be shipping at the end of next year. It's like, oh,
Yeah. It's weird. I hope that Amazon gets them sooner, and that's just the tentative date. But like, that's rough, man. Like and that's what I get for ordering them off Amazon. But you know, but it's weird. So yeah, I've got like 3 of them right now. But like, I think it's a wave of 8. So I think, yeah, I don't know. Whatever. It is what it is. How's it going, Lindsay?
Pretty good. I think I'm about as done as I want to be. Pretty close here.
Is that
for
the
today.
background or is that a shadow monster?
It's a shadow monster.
I like the shadow monsters in that movie.
They're cool.
They were cool looking.
They're very Limbo-esque.
They were awesome.
Fuzzy spider looking things.
You know, I didn't mention this in the main show, and I really meant to, but we had so many things to talk about. But I think there's a real reason, besides the part where it made me sad and cry and stuff. There's a real reason that I love this movie, and I've said it repeatedly, you know, throughout the years. Like, you show me a hero being heroic, and I am down. I'm down. And so what I really thought was cool about Christian Bale and his shadow monsters and the whole plot line where he kidnaps the kids pretty early in the movie. And then that becomes the focal point of their mission, right? Their mission from that point on is, what do we got to do to save these kids? And while that's really cool in its own right, what I love the most is that he doesn't just save the kids. He has to check in on them throughout the whole movie and keep them comforted, you know what I mean? And keep them feeling like secure and safe. And he wants, like, he does the extra level of heroism by caring about how they're feeling in the moment. And that was so much for me, man. And I think that's why I ended up loving it when he gave them. Not only did he save them, but he empowered them to be awesome. You know,
very Shazam.
Yeah, but like,
not a bad way though.
No,
but in a very good way. You know, because like you didn't. Yeah, like it just felt he could have just gone and saved them. And when I mean I mean actually Thor and
he empowered them though. And it wasn't set up like, had he not had those check-ins, it would have been weird. Like, oh, these kids are just down for him. Like, he kept their spirits up the whole way through, so that at that moment they were ready for that.
Exactly, that had me, man.
And they kind of hit it on the repeat the point, but they're like, yeah, you guys are Asgardian kids though. Like, granted, not all of them were, but like, most of you guys are pretty strong and durable.
Yeah, and we're not eating the kids anymore. I felt like when he made that joke, wasn't there a joke about that in MODOK?
I think so.
About cannibalism. I could have sworn there was a joke about the Asgardians eating kids or something like that. I couldn't remember.
I think there was.
Yeah, there's that episode where Modok's son ends up hanging out with that weird tribe of people in lower Asgard or something like that. I don't remember. Yeah.
Oh, that show.
Yeah, that show. It's gone.
That won't be at Comic-Con anymore.
No, it won't. It won't. It's okay. It's fine. We have enough. We have enough good content. Wow, Lindsay, you really knocked that out at the very end. That's pretty impressive.
Just adding some light.
That's pretty crazy. You just cranked out a Valkyrie in her underwear.
Fascinated.
Yeah. Sketches.
And Dragon Fang.
Yep.
And
she's in her little underwear outfit.
Yeah. I was surprised they never named Dragon Fang.
At the sword? Her sword?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you know what it is, right?
I knew what it was. I've known what it was every time. Were you happy to see Sif?
Knows.
Were you happy to see Sif?
Yeah, I liked her costume too.
I liked her. Yeah.
Is her arm being cut off? Does she have like a robot arm in the comics or no?
I don't know, because I have a toy of her and she's got both arms.
Okay.
So
I didn't know if it was like a Misty Knight situation, right? She has a robot arm.
No, I don't know. There is another interesting thing they still haven't done with Thor that I'm kind of curious if they're gonna do, which is Angela.
Who's that?
So Angela is a really interesting character because Angela was owned by Todd McFarlane. She is an angel from the Spawn universe. She was like the angel in Spawn. But what ended up happening is she was actually created by Neil Gaiman. Because what Todd McFarlane did is he's a good artist, not a great writer. So while he did write the first issue of Spawn, he thought it would be best to enhance the lore of Spawn by hiring way better writers to come in and do the work for him. So for the middle issue, like from after number 1 for like 2 through like, I don't know, 8 or 12, something like that, he had guest writers come in and write more stories and flesh out that world. And so Neil Gaiman created a bunch of like the coolest aspects of the Spawn universe. But what ended up happening is Neil Gaiman ended up in a giant lawsuit for years with Todd McFarlane because he never got paid. He never got compensated appropriately for all the stuff that he created. And what ended up happening was he won that lawsuit, and he regained the rights to the characters that he created, was specifically Angela. And it turned out that like he had a character that he was really trying to get the rights back to from like he had something with Marvel where he wanted a different person. Yeah, a different character. And so like, or maybe it was just like, no, he had a better relationship with Marvel, but like they had helped him out with something at some point. And so he sold Angela to them for $1.
It's pretty petty.
He sold Angela to them, and so she became a Marvel character about, I want to say like 6-7 years ago, something like that. It might have been a little longer. And they first introduced her in Guardians of the Galaxy. She just blipped into existence in space, and the Guardians just ran into her, just floating out in space. And what they ended up doing is retconning her to be the long lost daughter of Odin. And so she is actually Thor and Loki's sister in the comics now.
I don't think I want them to play with that dynamic anymore, because you already sunsetted.
They did it with Hela, and so it's kind of it would be weird to do again. But like, I mean, who's to, like, you think Odin's not getting around?
No, but like I think that's been the plot of like one movie already. Oh, he had an evil sister, or he had a sister.
Well, she's not evil. Like
But
Angela's
yeah,
not evil.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but she's a guardian for a while, and then she ends up
like
on in New
where
Asgard and stuff. And
do we get Loki and Thor again? Do we loop that
I don't think we're getting them again. I think
together?
I think they had their trilogy, and now we're getting a Thor independent trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I think it's cool that they got to go their own ways and be their own thing.
Until
You know,
Battle World.
I mean, Secret Wars or whatever it is will just be its own crazy thing that I won't care about, but it'll be fun to watch.
Be like, whatever.
Yeah. It's really weird. Like, I like doing the show where I get to talk about all this shit, but like, honestly, it's all just fun and silly to me. I don't care nearly as much as I did before. The only one
No, I'm
the
not.
only one I cared about was No Way Home. That was the one where I was like ready to light a freaking torch because I was like, you're doing some shit that I don't think I like, you know? And so, but other than No Way Home, I don't care what they do. And even that movie did not upset me the way I thought it was going to. Are you doing another drawing, Lindsay?
No, I've finished, but I'm just like still drawing while you guys are talking.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, that's where I'm at MCU wise. Is I'm on. Like, I'm gonna watch every piece of content that they're gonna put out till the end of time, because that's where I'm at in this relationship, right? Like, we're already in it. We're in too deep. We drank the
Yeah.
Kool-Aid.
Is there a thing they could make that you would say nope to?
I don't think so. I don't.
You're fully Kool-Aided then.
Yeah, I there's nothing that they would put out that I don't think I wouldn't watch. As a core MCU thing.
Gotcha.
But like with Thor, like with this movie specifically, like I don't know if I will go back and seek out, like, let's watch it again. Will I be upset if it's on? Like, I got the opportunity to watch Multiverse of Madness with Selena when it came out on Disney Plus. And I was like, yeah, I really like, America in this movie. I don't know if I love the other stuff in this movie, but all right, I'm not upset with it, but I don't feel that urge to go back and watch it again.
I was kind of bored.
I was upset with it. I was
just kind of bored. I wasn't like super mad. I was just like, I was a little upset with how they did Wanda. That bothered me.
Yeah, that still bothers me. Like, Wanda got the shaft in a big way as a character just to serve the plot. I also thought Wong was pretty dumb in that movie. Like, he's just kind of like, he's going as fast or as slow as every scene needs him to go.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, do you actually do anything, Wong? Like, you're the Sorcerer
He's the
Supreme.
worst Sorcerer Supreme ever.
He really is. He's really bad in that role, which makes you want it to be Steven even more, I guess. But like, at the same time, Steven's a dick too. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. Yeah. So we'll see. But I wasn't. I just wasn't feeling it, and it made me not care about. Like, they found a way for me to not care that I was seeing Mr. Fantastic.
But like, will the next Doctor Strange movie, are you like, you know what? No. Like, like, I think.
No, I'm not like, no. Like, I'm not, no. You know when I can say I might start being more selective is when they stop saying a Kevin Feige production.
Oh.
I think that's when it'll get. It's like whatever that correction is, right? Like, I don't think you just get a stop, but I do think we'll get to a point where there is a trickle. Like, maybe he checks out of this project,
Yeah. Fun fact, I don't know if you knew this, but I think I told you before, but I liked watching the way Marvel shat on that sword in that Gore had.
Oh, yeah, that kind of nixes Null, right?
It kind of makes Null a bit null. Yeah, like that sword is Null's who is the king of the symbiotes. So it's kind of his like signature weapon. So I don't know how that works. That it's gone, but it's gone as far as I could tell. Maybe in a different universe it's not gone, right? Like, so.
it was a little confusing of like when she broke the sword and then it got mixed in with the pieces.
Yeah, the part stuck to her
and then
hammer
it like
piece.
it was going to him, but like wouldn't it still go to her?
The parts of his sword were stuck on her
within the
hammer.
hammer. Yeah.
So he still had the hilt, and so it was reforming, and so that's why she like, I don't know, burned them or whatever.
blew it up or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, she did that. But that was probably one of the only action sequences that I didn't understand immediately. And I thought that was pretty cool that everything very translated with the exception of that moment. Yeah, that was, you cranked out this Miss Marvel, by the way. That was pretty fast. I do got to say, Lindsay, if you want to do your dailies in Fortnite, we should probably cut soon.
Yeah, let's do it.
So you could at least do that. I had a blast just talking with Ricky and watching you do this. So this is really cool.
Sorry I wasn't talking that much,
No,
but
you're
I guess that's
I
why. I guess that's why. Yeah, you were like, don't do it during
Artist
the show.
at work.
Yeah. No, I didn't want you to do this during the regular
Don't
show.
tap on the glass.
It would have been too much work.
No, you can tap on the
Ricky.
glass. I'm listening to everything you guys are saying, but like,
that's some cool hair you give Kamala there.
Yeah, I'm digging this brush that I randomly found that I've never used before. It's fun.
Have you done some stuff at the Spanish Art Village in Balboa Park?
I have not.
Have you never been there?
I have been there, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I haven't gone there to like do stuff, if that makes sense.
Like classes there. Definitely done like a jewelry thing once.
I'm considering taking some photography classes at one of the community colleges this fall.
Oh, which one?
Which one were you saying Lindsay was going to have?
Grossmont, I think.
Grossmont, yeah.
Do you have a recommendation?
I've heard good things about cities. That was like 10 years ago.
Their photography class?
Yeah. So I can't speak.
Yeah, I think you could do it anywhere you want to, Dennis. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be
if it's a remote thing, then yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Do you think that Kamala is ever going to say embiggen in the MCU?
Yes.
I think she's going to say it next week. What's more likely, an embiggen next week or a Captain Marvel next week?
Embiggen, I guess, because I don't think you're getting a Captain Marvel, dude. I don't think you're getting her.
Does she embiggen though next week? Like in some weird
I don't know.
way?
I don't know. I don't know how she's going to embiggen.
Maybe
like a giant man kind of thing where she just makes a giant
mecha or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, that could work.
I just don't know why I'm supposed to care about Kamran. I think that's my biggest problem.
He's supposed to. Maybe that's your great power, great responsibility, dude. If that's the moment you're seeking.
I still need it. I don't need the mom to die. I bet she better not die now.
They set up the mom to die good though.
I don't want the mom to die now. But I don't want the dad to die either. I don't want her parents to die. So I'm trying to figure out who I want to die. I think I want it to be Bruno.
You always just want people to die.
I want people to die for a reason. Ricky wants people to just die.
I mean, Core could have died for a reason.
What was the reason?
He proved Zeus's might.
Oh my god!
Zeus was a bad guy.
That is not a reason.
Yes, for a reason. It's a good one.
Okay, I see. I see. Yeah.
But
all right, Lindsay, we're gonna cut this. You can finish your work and post it on Instagram later. It's really cool looking. It's very impressive how quickly you crank these out. But yeah, I had fun watching you do this while I talked with Ricky about nerdy shit.
Yeah, this was fun. Thanks for having me, guys, and letting me randomly draw.
Yeah, and then Ricky, I think we're gonna have Coker maybe next week. I got him hooked on Miss Marvel, but he says he might have another obligation on next Friday, so not sure. We'll see. If I can't get him, maybe I'll see if I can get Ian or something.
Ian or Frank, bring him back.
I don't know if I want to make Frank watch all of Miss Marvel.
All right.
Because I think he stopped watching it after he watched the first one.
When are you gonna send out the She-Hulk stuff? I gotta send my contacts stuff.
Oh, for the invites for She-Hulk?
Yeah.
When is that show? August?
Yeah.
Probably after Comic-Con.
Okay.
If you want. Like, I don't know. I wasn't planning on scheduling it that
August
soon.
17th. So a little over a month out.
Oh, that's going to be an awkward week. That's
Is that your anniversary?
No, Lindsay's going out
No,
of
I'm
town.
gonna be gone.
She's going out of town, so it's going to be my mom here.
Oh.
So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Unless it's you. Unless you're coming down here too.
If you want me to come down there, I can come down there. Wait, 17th?
Good. If you
We'll
want
see.
to.
It's
You don't have to,
it's
though.
like I think you're gone for like 5 days, Lindsay, right?
Yeah, 5 days.
I might.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. Well, consider it. But in any case, we're gonna go now. So
Okay.
thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thanks for having
Have
me,
a good-
guys.
Have a good
It was
night.
fun.
And thanks for everybody who watched and got to watch us all just be a personable family, just talking about family shit all night. And Thor.
Yay!
Have a good night, guys.
See you guys.
Bye.